Hello everyone, and welcome back to Escaping Carcosa Offline. Michaela here, your keeper for our Call of Cthulhu 7th edition game with our investigators, and as usual we will go around and introduce everyone, and we'll start with Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'll be playing the character of Guy Jury. We both go with the pronouns he, him. Guy is a private investigator, or a cult investigator, or at least that's what he calls himself. It'll be up to you to decide what he actually is. As always, and you can find me on Twitter at Jack_True. That's at JAK_True, all lowercase.
And Tenzin.
Hi, I'm Tenzin. My pronouns are they, them, as well as my character's pronouns. I said that weird, didn't I? I said that weird.
It's
but
okay.
that's okay. I'm going to continue. My character's name is Mauve, Mauve. It's fancy like that, like the color. And they're a museum, gallery, art curator, a little stuffy. And I'm happy to be able to keep playing them.
And Dre.
Hey, I'm Dre Silvertooth, they, them, and I'm playing Fable, she, they, the hacker who has yet to hack, but will today learn how to punch. You can usually find me GMing the podcast Bad Heroes.
In your defense, you got to hack a little bit, but you realized, your lock-picking skills needed a little bit of work.
I put my stats in the wrong thing.
That's okay, though. That's okay.
Well, in order to penetrate, you have to have proper prep, so it's just a matter of prep.
This is true.
I looked in your eyes and I knew you were going to say something dirty. It was in your eyes.
I know.
I think by now, we've made enough jokes even in-game, like on recording, that they should know. They should know by now. So I do have some questions for our investigators. Guy, what is a belonging of yours that means a lot to you?
If there was something I wouldn't like to lose, I suppose it would be my hat. It's been mine ever since I came to the US. It's quite important to me. The way I got it's important. How it makes me feel as a person is important. It allows me to conceal my identity and be seen or not seen in many different ways, however I please.
Very good. And Mauve, what is a preferred art medium of yours?
Oh, there's just so many to choose from. Well, I think sculpture. Abstract sculptures, with strange new shapes and forms and figures. I love a good silhouette. Not of the typical ancient art, structure style. I'm referencing the Greek ancient statues. I'm referencing that. That's great and all, but I think the human anatomy has been studied plenty enough. So I like delving into the unusual, the abstract.
Absolutely. And Fable, is there any type of event or circumstance or happenstance, essentially what got you interested in cybersecurity in the first place?
I think I had an interaction where I saw a digital boundary that was like, hey, you can't cross this. You can't. It's unreachable. You can't get in here. It's locked down. And I was like, I like a challenge. I like the sound of that. Because I bet that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I bet if you're smart enough, that's not true. and sure enough, if you are smart enough, it's not true.
I like that. That's fun. All right. So, in our previous session, our investigators went through the fire and flames, quite literally. Guy and Mauve collectively decided upon a plot, or sort of collectively decided. I think Mauve just kind of went with it, to get out of their precarious situation after burning many expensive paintings and art pieces within Mauve's gallery. Xander, while still mad, did commend them for their fabulous showing of art and moving message left behind, only they didn't leave that message. And meanwhile, Fable made some unlikely friends in a little shindig downtown, including a Mr. Wayne, who helped them along their quest to learn how to punch real good. We're back here with our adventurers now, who are attempting to meet up. So back in Seattle, Fable has landed not too far from the House of Punch. And the other investigators are along their way to meet up with her as well after a brief phone call, all deciding that punching things right about now sounds real good. So Fable, you are probably only about a block away from the House of Punch. You're pretty excited. Cool name. Stood out immediately when you were looking at places to go find and try out some MMA classes with Mr. Wayne.
I have had a stressful day, and I want to see if I can get the drop on Mauve and Guy. I want to see if I can go near that building and climb up somewhere and get the literal drop on them.
Nice. Okay. So you are walking towards this building, and you arrive in front of it. It looks to you like it's just a classic one-story building. It's almost warehouse-esque, so it is. From what you can see, the doors are slightly tinted, so it's hard to actually see inside, likely for privacy reasons and the like. But it looks to be a pretty open floor plan. The sides of the building are made with some older brick, so it's likely also an older building. And there's some piping up along the sides you could probably get up, and maybe some, nooks and crannies in places where the brick has kind of fallen out a bit from the old structure.
Okay, yeah, I think they'll use the pipes and the brick to climb up and kind of like lean into like a little crack between buildings and wait for their friends.
Yeah, absolutely. So you make your way up the side of the building. It's not much trouble for you. You have plenty of skill in this area. You do some little twirls and jumps, you get through between the pipe and the crevices and the brickwork. It's kind of like rock climbing, right? It's not too bad.
And it's all like, it's all very unnecessary. Like, it's all completely unnecessary. Like, there's no reason
Lots
for
of
them
flourish.
to be doing that. Like, she doesn't need to do this at all right now, but she's having a terrible day, and this is how she's going to cope.
That's fair. You know what? You cope with what you enjoy, right?
Mauve got drunk. Fable's going to climb a building. Guy lit a bunch of stuff on fire. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, this is a pretty mellow coping mechanism.
It is. It really
You know
is.
what? It's like fire, water, and earth,
Yeah.
Look at that.
Definitely.
And, Noor is air because she ain't here.
It's true. It's all of the elements.
I was going to say Captain Planet Heart, but I like
And when
air.
the world needed her most, she vanished.
Oh, no, it's true. Damn, that was a funny
Oh,
joke.
goodness.
Oh, no.
Fable, you are perched atop the building at this point. It's got that lip that a lot of classic flat buildings do have on them to keep you from, just having a flat building that you could just fall off of. So you can kind of crouch behind it if you wanted to as well. And not long after you get up there, you see Mauve and Guy making their way towards the building. Mauve, Guy, how is your conversation going? How are you two faring after your interesting events over at the museum?
I don't think Mauve is in the mood to be talking. Usually they're willing to go on and on about some strange topic, but not today, and they are also kind of ahead, not so much speed walking, but definitely a little faster than their usual pace, going ahead.
And Guy is intermittent, like quick walking, like he'll walk slow while smoking, and then realize Mauve has gone way ahead, and he'll like catch up with like a little trot, and then relight the cigarette. So I know, okay, just slow down, take it slow. We don't use up all our energy just getting there. We're supposed to learn to fight,
I'm not hearing anything. I don't know who's speaking. Where is Fable? Oh my goodness. Most like pretending to look somewhere else and ahead.
And oddly enough, you've arrived at the front of the building now between your fast-paced walk and Guy jogging alongside trying to keep up. And you're looking around, fake looking around, right? And you don't see Fable, but I think Fable might see you.
Yeah, I want to jump down directly behind Mauve and Guy.
Yeah, or you're just gonna kind of like jump behind them, not on them, right?
Not on them, but like right outside of hitting distance.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you jump down, and they are. Which direction are you all looking at the moment? Are you looking at the front of the building? Or are you kind of looking around you on the backside?
I mean, I'm looking at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the
Okay.
front of the building. And I was want to say that like seeing Guy come, or like seeing a steam train come over a hill. So you see like just a plume of smoke, and then you can see him from miles away.
So I think that Fable, this becomes very theatrical unintentionally. Fable jumps over both of you, since you are already facing the building, to land behind you, and also leaves a little bit of an indentation in the smoke that is flowing up, the plume of smoke that Guy has left and is currently rising above him as they land behind you with probably a bit of a thud. A light-footed thud, but a thud nonetheless. Boo!
Oh shit!
What's up?
Fable, how did you get here?
Mauve, are you drunk? Yeah, that's a good way to start martial arts. That's gonna go well.
Oh, I mean, I've walked off most of it.
You smell like alcohol. Hey man, I hear you lit Mauve's job on fire.
Yeah, tell them all about that.
This depends. I suppose technically that's correct. But what is a job really? What is?
Technically?
I wouldn't say anyone should stake their whole identity on their work. So, is it Mauve's job, or is it just a job that Mauve was doing at the time?
Unbelievable.
But yes, I set that room on fire.
No, stop talking. You just keep digging yourself into a deeper and darker hole, and I kind of want to kick you into it. But anyways, hi Fable. So
Hi.
nice to see you. Someone
Yeah.
I'm not mad at.
Yeah, same. The teamwork is flowing. I never thought, Mauve, that you would be my favorite person in a situation, but hey, you are, and I'm so happy to see you, and I think we can probably arrange it so that we both get to hit Guy.
Sounds good to me.
Shall we?
And you all collectively, with the exception of Guy, decide that, sparring with Guy sounds like a great idea right now. And as you step through the doors of this imago, we fly past Seattle for a moment, zooming out of this 2050 Seattle that we have seen our investigators in the last few days, and we find ourselves somewhere in the Midwest. Two sliding doors open, belonging to a large building. It's multiple stories tall, and it consists of several smaller buildings around that seem interconnected. This is the Oildale Regional Hospital. A woman steps through those same doors. She is short in stature and slightly round at that. She is wearing a long-sleeve floral sweater shirt and some black slacks, but the stretchy, comfy kind. You know the ones. Donned with a cheerful demeanor and a smile, she seems like the type to smile with her eyes. And she makes her way up into the elevator, up a few flights of floors, and steps out onto the 5th floor of this hospital in front of the nurse's station. At the front, there's a secretary glancing in her direction meaningfully. And she walks up, waving a little bit cheerfully. She goes, I just need to head into the nurse's station real quick and go talk with the clinical coordinator, if that's all right. And the secretary frowns a little bit and goes,
Oh, I am so sorry, but only personnel that are employed here are actually allowed back there. So, if you're visiting someone, I can point you in the right direction, but I can't let you behind the nurse's station since you're not a nurse.
And she giggles a little bit and goes digging in her purse for an ID badge. And on the ID badge, it says Hortensia, registered nurse at Oildale Regional Hospital. And the secretary blushes a little bit, probably embarrassed at this point. And Hortensia, waves her off. It says, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. I am actually just here to kind of put in a request. I'm having some family matters that I need to tend to, and I just need to request some time off pretty quickly. So if you don't mind, I'll be real quick, okay, darling? And
of course. I'm so sorry.
And Hortensia heads into the back, where there is a piece of paper plastered on the front of the room leading into the clinical coordinator's office that says, seeking travel nurses for immediate deployment to Seattle, Washington. And Hortensia heads in, likely has a conversation with this clinical coordinator and possibly the charge nurse for a little bit. And we see her leave. She says, I'm gonna grab a few things. I left my lunchbox here, and, I'll probably be gone for a while, and, maybe a few other odds and ends, if that's all right. And she grabs some materials, and she heads on her way. We return to our investigators, who have entered the House of Punch. Big, bold letters are framed around the name of this building with a pitcher-sized punch bowl, likely made of glass, with a giant punch through it. And inside, you see an eccentric older gentleman sparring with another student who turns in your direction when you all walk in.
Welcome to my gym. Are you all here to learn?
I love this voice. Oh my god. Let's just have a whole conversation with this character and ask them about their life.
Just sort of tell me your whole deal. If you want to talk for the next, I would say, hour and 48 minutes, I would say just go for it.
Yes.
Great.
Are you all here to learn the ways of MMAs?
I just want to punch something, so whatever gets me there faster.
We punch here. We kick here too, and we dodge and we grapple.
Well, that's
great.
That's good, because Google said that MMA has striking and kicking and grappling, probably other stuff, and I need all of those, every one of them, and then probably some that I've never heard of.
You had to Google that?
Well, it sounds like you've got your basics down.
You mean goggle?
Oh yeah, goggle. Sorry, sometimes I cough in the middle of saying goggle and it comes out Google. Goggle.
What's Google? Yeah, they changed it to goggle a while ago. Rebranding and all that, like our punch bowl.
Yeah, that's a good look. And tinted windows, that's really murdery.
Yeah, why is it red?
Like fruit punch. It's my favorite flavor.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
What's your name? Fun human.
Fun human.
My name.
Excuse me.
My name is Coach Broshi.
Roshi. Oh, where's that from? It sounds so unique.
It's just a name I made up.
Okay. Oh, well, I like that too.
Does that mean we can call you Coach Bro?
That's the gist of it. A lot of people called me bro for a long time, and I just decided to roll with it.
All right, Coach Broshi, how do we, bro, whoever you are, you and your great voice, we just sort of give you money now, later, Mauve will be paying for all of us.
If I still have a job, yes.
Well, here's the thing. The first class is always free. You try it out, you see if you like it. However, I do have to have you all, sign some forms, some liability waivers.
Yeah, I've been to parkour gyms. They all say if you die or kill someone, it's not your fault.
It's not on me.
Yeah, exactly. Where do I sign?
Coach Broshi goes behind. There's a little kind of desk near the entrance off to the side where it's got some cubicle looking areas on the back end, and pulls out a form for each of you all. And the form generally just states that they're not liable for any injuries that take place, although they try to be as safe as they can be, etc., etc. They have sparring gear and padding to help keep you protected, which you are available to use, or rather, that is available for you to use. And points to the bottom of each of your forms, and somewhere in the middle as well.
Sign at the bottom and you initial in the middle, and then we can get you rolling.
Wait. Huddle up. You should probably not use our real names here.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that.
Allow us to be tracked by anyone who wants to find out what we've been doing, and that puts people here in danger.
Yeah, alright, Captain Paranoia. Okay, well, who are you today, then?
Yeah.
I'll go with Wilson.
Wilson.
Okay. Marvin.
Marvin? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be Bob.
Oh, God.
Bob.
And Fable panics and writes Bob.
Do you just initial with a B? Because this is like an actual document and none of you pick last names.
Bob.
We're all Roberts.
Yeah. Marvin Roberts.
I think Fable goes straight Bob. Bob Robertson. If nobody's, but like no, in the huddle, Fable's like Bob Robertson.
Yeah,
No,
Robertson's a real last name.
Robertson.
If you want to be Bob.
Bob.
If you want to be double Bob.
Bob Robertson.
Oh well, I wrote down Marvin Angel.
Bob Robertson.
No, I'm just going to go with some classic Marvel, and I'll be Wilson Fisk. We're in the House of Punch, Wilson Fist.
Nice. Yeah, so you all both sign and print these names on the forms. Coach Broshi takes the liberty of reading them all out one by one.
Okay, Wilson Fisk.
Fist. I changed it at the last second. Wilson Fist. So we're in the House of Punch.
Fist. Wait.
Wait.
Don't start with me, Coach Broshi.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. And Bob Robertson. Okay. All right.
Bob squared. You just Bob squared.
Bob scared. I love that. Okay, great. So you all are presented to the main floor of this gym room. It is padded throughout for safety purposes, of course. There is sparring equipment towards the back of the room. There are a few other stragglers in here at the moment, but classes have not quite started up yet, so people are still filtering in. Right now, it was the student, you presume, that Coach Broshi was sparring with when you first came in, and there are a few other intermittent individuals. Some of them are keeping to themselves, some are stretching, some are doing breathing exercises, etc. So you all have a little bit of time to burn. I think, let's see, class probably will start in about 10 minutes, so not too much time. But just, Coach Broshi likes to make sure that everyone can get in that wants to get in. He's very, very passionate about MMA.
So, Marvin will go up to Fable and say, well, we are in your field of expertise. What kind of stretches should I do to prepare?
I don't know how to fight, dude. I know how to climb shit. Do you stretch, like, ever? Have you stretched in your life?
Mauve really thinks about this one. Almost comes up with something and then backs away from it. Anyways,
Okay.
Just show me some stretches.
Okay, well, you sort of bend over at the waist and try to touch...
No, I don't like that.
Oh, well, okay. That's a whole category of stretching dead then. Okay, well, new plan. Just kind of reach for the sky. Just really kind of
I can do that.
stretch your arms and waist. You feel it in your waist? No, all the way.
Nope.
Nope, you gotta put your arms all the way up. No bend.
This high up?
No, like you're trying to grab the ceiling. All the way.
Oh,
Keep going.
like this?
Little more. All the
going.
way straight. Do you feel anything stretching?
Yeah, what is that? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's called your
Where am I
sides.
feeling
and
that?
your arms. This muscles is part of your body. You've
Oh, I'm so tired. This sucks.
Oh.
Hey, don't laugh at me, okay? This is new to me.
Listen, I'm laughing with you, and it's like if you asked me to paint a masterpiece right now, how do you think that would come out? Poorly, right?
I don't know. I don't know if you're good at it.
I'm-
You could be great at it.
I'm not. If you put a paintbrush in my hand, I would probably break it on accident. So don't feel bad if you're not good at this, because if I tried to go do your job, it would go horribly.
Okay, alright. And so we continue with that.
And I think Master Broshi heard part of that conversation and was like, "That's why you're here to learn."
Love this guy. Love this guy.
He is hard to dislike.
Do you want to? Hey, you want to be the new guy? We can get rid of our guy.
The new guy? I'm not a guy, I'm a bro.
Got me there.
About 2 more people walk in before Coach Broshi is ready to kind of begin the class. And he looks to you all standing at the front, tells you all to line up. There are probably about 9 of you. So you could probably do 2 or 3 rows. Either 3 rows of 3 or 2 rows. That would be a little bit odd, but it would work. And he stands before you all and he goes, "Okay, so first things first, I know some of you were already doing this, but we're gonna stretch those muscles so they can work their best for you."
It's worth noting that guy who just disappeared to the locker room for 10 minutes and comes out in t-shirt and 80s gym shorts with sweatband on thing,
Nice.
smoking a cigarette at all times,
Inside the gym.
and is surprisingly flexible. Just doing like deep squats in the back row.
Are you smoking while doing deep squats?
Absolutely.
I think so. Master Broshi, Coach Broshi doesn't
Master
stop you.
Master, oh my god.
You've played your hand, Michaela.
Master Roshi, oh.
I know. Well, because I was trying to decide which title to use, and I thought Grandmaster was really cool, but I did some research, and Coach is actually the more common title for MMA because it's mixed arts, unless you're specifically focusing on like jujitsu or, something along those lines. So I was like, dang it. So Coach Broshi glances in your direction and doesn't stop you, but the look that he's giving you kind of indicates that, there might not be the best while you're trying to exercise, but he won't stop you.
And then Mauve raises their hand as if they're in school. It's like, Coach,
Yes.
are we allowed to smoke indoors? Because I don't want to get, secondhand smoke. Like, I don't want that.
To each their own. I wouldn't be smoking while kicking and punching, but,
And he goes over to some windows that are placed around this building. There are some ventilation areas, so it doesn't get too stuffy inside when things really get going. And this is the first time you've really seen him do anything other than the sparring. And with a swift motion, he's able to just go around and pop open a few of the windows.
he's like, all right, we got some ventilation, but, Wilson, if it starts to bother the other patrons, and, I don't know what to tell you.
Whoops, I'm really sorry. And Fable, doing a stretch, attempts to knock it out of Guy's mouth.
You probably won't.
Oh,
You'll allow that to happen, and he'll just put another cigarette in his mouth but won't light it. He'll leave it unlit and just have it in the corner of his mouth for habit's
something in his
sake.
You see, it's a metaphor.
Comfort cigarette.
I didn't see you there. Sorry.
I get it. Okay, every building I go into, someone does that.
So someone pretends to stretch and knocks a cigarette out of your mouth? I thought this was a new move.
Someone knocks a cigarette out of my mouth with no sort of no thought for fire safety, no thought for my own personal feelings. No one ever just asks me straight up. They could, I would.
I have asked you a million
That is
times.
factually inaccurate. We have absolutely asked you to quit fucking
bullshit.
smoking
With
near
what
us.
tone?
I personally have asked you probably 100 times to stop smoking near my presence because I want to breathe for the rest of my life, Guy.
You look, smoking.
What
you will
if-
breathe for the rest of your
What if
life.
I have asthma?
It'll just,
What if I have asthma?
it'll just be
Have you ever think of
a
that?
shorter life. But look, I'll stop.
And I think with that, Coach Broshi,
He's like, all right, I think that's enough getting limber. We're gonna start with pairs of 3, since there are 9 of you. And I'll just monitor, and then we'll split off into pairs of 2. Okay? All right. So if you have someone you want to buddy up with, go for it. If not, I'll choose for you, or we'll put some names in a hat if we gotta.
I think Guy tries desperately to find another group. He knows.
No. No way. Wilson. Marvin.
Yes.
All right.
Bob.
Okay, Bob.
It's Bob squared.
Okay, double Bob.
Bob squared.
Double Bob.
We'll be a group.
Bob.
His name is the gift that keeps on giving.
it's beautiful. It's great.
But
We're bobbing for Bob.
Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
Bob and weave. Coach Broshi gestures to the back of the gym floor and lets you all know to go pick up some of the sparring equipment. We don't want anyone getting hurt. We're just learning how to throw punches real good, kicks, work on technique and the like. And in the meantime, we have to protect ourselves.
It's like, no cheap hits, no hitting any of your partners in the face. You hear me?
Mauve puts their hand up.
Yes.
Yes, are we going to learn how to do choke holds today or killer strikes?
Killer strikes.
Well, I might be able to teach you some trick shots, but the chokeholds are against, policy in MMA fights if you want to take this to the real deal. So
I do not
no.
want to take it to any deal.
no choking.
None?
No. They
Wait.
don't allow choking. You kind of, you could do some kind of rap techniques, but
I think
no,
that's
you're
not true.
trying to-
Please.
They changed the rules in 2044.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think he recognizes
Okay,
the tension and he's like, we're just learning how to grapple today.
Yeah, but when you grapple, the end of the grapple is often a choke. Or
Yeah,
So
but
you
that
just
but that
prolong
one
that.
went.
But here it's
that,
a noogie.
That one,
At the end here, you give a noogie. No choking.
that friend of yours over there did specifically this.
And he holds up his hands and you're choking someone's neck out and, bobbing their head back and forth motion.
That's not the kind of chokehold.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll think about it. Okay.
Okay, just like a little touch of the choke, just one chokehold. We'll come hit you up later.
And so you all and the other students have grouped off into groups of 3. So there are 3 groups of 3. And he is going around to each of you and initially starts the class by presenting a few techniques. So initially just starting with general ways to defend, block, grapple, dodge, techniques you can use for all that, punching, etc. And once you all begin with the series of moves he's showing you, he's going to go around to each group and kind of, straighten up your form where it's needed and things like that. So it seems like within the class, there's a few veterans here, people who kind of know what they're doing. This is the way most of the classes start out, just to make sure technique is being done properly, because if you start out with improper technique, then the whole thing goes downhill. So that's pretty much the way everything starts. Some people seem bored. They're like, oh my god, we do this every time, Coach Broshi. But fine, have it your way. And I think someone actually says that out loud, and Coach Broshi's like, hey, we have new students in here all the time. Technique is important.
I love Coach Bro.
It kind of just leaves it at that. Yeah, and he walks over to you three.
It's like, all right, how we doing? How is the sparring equipment working well? You're not feeling too many of the blows, right?
Guys there with boxing helmet, pads, all sorts of protective
Guys
gear.
picked up the full
American
set.
football shoulder pads
Yeah.
as well.
Picturing Mauve and Fable have like put on their shit backwards. Like Fable's like attaching Mauve shit, but it's like on backwards. And you hear Fable from like inside a helmet that's the wrong way. I think I made a mistake.
Is it facing the clear wrong way, so it's like covering your eyesight?
Yes. And I'm like, I feel very safe, but how am I supposed to fight under these conditions?
Well, it's a good thing you don't have asthma for real.
And Coach Broshi's like, can I fix that for you?
Are you talking to me? Because I can't see you, but if you're talking to me, yes.
Yeah, your helmet is a little cattywomp there.
And he fixes it and turns it to the very obviously open portion that faces
that's-
where
that's
your
better.
eyes go.
That's better. I like that. I can see now.
Y'all are new to this, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all right. So, show me the basics. Show me what you got. You know, throw some punches with each other if you got it. Some dodges.
Yeah, Bob. Show him.
Can I just do a flip? Can I just do a flip instead?
You know what?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a no.
If you'll
Okay.
go ahead and roll me a jump.
Okay.
I hope you fail.
That's rude. We're a team.
For
Doesn't-
comedy's sake.
Okay, my jump is 60 and I got a 41.
So you jump up in the air and do a just like a basic flip, and nods his head.
It's like, okay, cool. That's not a punch, but that's cool.
I do like a Webster. So I Fable steps up on. Is there like a box or a ledge or something?
Yeah, there's some boxes that stay within the training facility. Probably used to do those like jumps where you jump up, you jump down, you jump up, you jump down for exercise purposes.
Yeah, Fable hops up and then kicks a foot backwards and it carries her around and she lands and goes, so is that like a thing? Like maybe if a face had been one of the places where my foot was, that would have worked, right? Like I just have to be like, no, you stand there on the X.
Right.
Don't move. And that probably is cool during a fight, right? Like I can be like, you stand on the X and don't move.
Yeah, but if you're in a real fight, the person's probably gonna try to move.
Well, all right, Marvin, what do you got?
Yes.
Come on, Angel, show me your moves.
I guess it's my turn.
You wanna like throw
all
a
right.
punch or a kick or you could,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You've all got sparring equipment
I
on.
got
You're
it, I
welcome
got
to
it, I
punch
got
each
it.
other. Just
I got it. Okay. And so Mauve, takes a step back, looks Guy in the face, and holds up a fist, brings it around into a backhand slap, and goes right for the helmet-headed face, like a backhand. Ow! That hurts.
For the sake of the mechanics here, because it actually works pretty good with Call of Cthulhu, so you can roll Fighting Brawl for your punches and kicks and the like, and your sparring partners can respond with the same mechanics they would in combat. So you can dodge, you can do a fighting maneuver like a grapple or pin, since that is also something you would learn in MMA classes.
Okay, so that's 2d10s, right? That I roll.
Yep.
Okay, my brawl's a 25, and I got a 36.
Okay. Guy, do you want to respond in any particular way?
I think rather than respond with his natural instinct of as their hand comes towards his face, he would usually spit in the eye and headbutt. He's going to not do that this time. He's going to attempt to dodge, which only has 25. He's got 75 brawl. He's got 30 years of street fight experience. A horrible technique.
This is perfect. So Fable and Mauve have set it up for you so you can learn to dodge better and they can learn to fight better.
I roll 76 on the dodge of 25.
Oh, good.
So
Somehow you both fail.
technic-
Somehow
yeah, you both technically missed the mark. But I think that Guy, yours goes a little bit worse. Mauve, you do not quite connect the slap, I think because you were going for a punch initially and you switched it to a slap.
A backhand.
Right, like a backhand. And you brush the helmet that Guy is wearing. So you do make contact, but it doesn't have any oomph behind it. And Guy, as you get brushed with this backhanded kind of slap, you probably thought it was going to hit a little bit harder than it did, and you go to dodge, and instead this sparring equipment you're wearing feels a little bit clunky. You're not used to having this many layers or something as big as this, and you kind of lose your footing, not calculating for the additional, bits and pieces of clothing material on you, and you just stumble back a little bit. I don't think you actually fall. You do catch yourself, but Coach Broshi's like, this is, okay.
We're nailing it.
All right.
Yeah? Head top of the class.
Ow.
We're so bad. We're so bad. He can't even dodge right, and I can't even freaking get the distance right on a hit.
I named myself Bob Bobbers.
I did a fucking flip instead of a punch.
Hey, that's all right. It's your first class here, and I don't have any of your paperwork in the files, so I know you're all kind of new to this. But when we split up into pairs of two, you might be paired with someone with a little bit more experience, and they can help kind of, guide you along the way. So I think it'll be good practice once you've got the technique down. So, Marvin, when you go to punch, you wanna connect the punch. You don't wanna backhand them. You wanna and he starts doing little jabs, beside you.
Oh my!
Love this guy.
And I think Guy, because you're the most protected, he's like, can I use you as like an example real quick? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, fine. Just be gentle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I'm an old man.
Me too. Listen, you can still show them what you got, even if you're a bit on the older side. That's why I do what I do. No one's gonna take me for granted.
Do you remember Pokemon back in the day?
Oh yeah,
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go was.
They stopped it because of all the
That was a good
trying and illegal activity, and then the gambling and the betting and the outbreaks and the real fights and the small war in Tibet. But until then,
It was. I played quite a bit of Pokemon Go way back when, and yeah.
But there's still that religion, right? Like the Pokemon religion that has taken hold in several small nations.
yeah, but that's like all 3rd gen and beyond. It's not.
Not proper Pokemon.
What does this have anything to do with what
I'm
we're
trying to
doing
bond
right
with our
now?
coach, so he doesn't hit me as hard.
No, I want to see you get punched.
And I think this conversation is actually happening while Coach is doing some little jabs. So Coach is showing you two the techniques, right? For the MMA here, it's there are multiple influences. So he just shows you some general punches, shows you how to make sure you're connecting your hits, and so you don't bend your wrists weird ways and injure yourself rather than, injure the person you're fighting. And does some light amount of kicking. There's not as much kicking influence at this MMA school. It's mostly about the punching and, the grabbing and things like that.
And he goes, okay, so I'm not gonna actually grapple you, Wilson, but I'm gonna show them how to grapple, okay?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Just
I'm
giving you a
Wilson.
heads up.
Yes. Okay.
He does a pretty cool little grapple move. You imagine if it had actually gone through, he had followed through with it, that Wilson would have fell down with quite the thud. But he instead just shows you the maneuver and where to grab and tells you about the other areas that you can grab as well, because it'll depend when you're fighting where you want to grab, but there are certain grabs that are allowed and certain grapples that are not allowed. So kind of just goes through all that with you and gives you all an idea of the basics. So that way you are prepared when you go for your 2-on-2 encounters. And once he finishes with you all, he heads back to the front of the classroom and does a little clap.
He's like, all right, everyone, we're going to split up into twos now. All right? We're going to be one odd guy out, so if I need to, I can fill in, or, you know, we could do a group of 3 if we have to, but you want that one-on-one time. So if anything, I'll just, you know, we can kind of draw from a hat if we gotta. And kind of looks around. He's like, do any of you know who you want to pair up with as your double?
And you see like maybe 1 or 2 people in the class raise their hand. Most of them seem like they're okay with just a random assignment.
I will take a random assignment.
Yeah, you know, I do want Mauve to link up with somebody who seems kind of experienced, you know, so they can learn something.
Okay, cool.
Greetings there, travellers. It's me, Wing of Gimble, famous gnome bad, and welcome back to the end of the 7 dice. Oh, travellers, it feels like it has been ages since we last spoke to each other, but it's just been a month and a half? Oh, how time flies yet drags on. What a strange concept. But I am happy to have you back here at the end of the 7 dice, sitting in your favourite spot, ready to listen to more tales from Wing Over Gimble, famous gnome bad. Dear travellers, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, you took a little bit of time off Wing Over, and we did. So I will go ahead and move over and allow Lucas to speak.
Thanks, Wingover. Alright, dear travelers, so there's a few things that I wanted to talk about super quick, and then share a lovely review. So we are going to be moving over to a 3-week release schedule. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, that's going to take forever between episodes, and yeah, that's the idea. So what is happening is we are adding a lot more complexity to the video portion of Ballad of the 7 Dice. We're adding some text boxes, we're going to be adding in some like new animations, that kind of stuff. And so I'm the only one working on this, and it's going to take longer. Now for you who just listened to the podcast version, you're like, I'm not super interested in the video part of it. I get that, and you only want the audio, so you want it out a little bit faster. I have hemmed and hawed about just releasing the audio a little bit quicker, but I'm not entirely sure I want to go forward with that route. We'll see. But basically, what I'm looking to do is I want to keep improving Ballad of the 7 Dice until it gets closer and closer to what it is that I'm looking to make. And I think what it's looking like is more like a little animated show. I've been really enjoying bringing Ballad to life through so many different mediums. We started with the podcast, we moved over to streaming, we did more short form storytelling, very heavy improv, and now we've gotten to the point where we have this video portion of Escaping Carcosa, and it is absolutely so much fun, but it is considerably more work on me. So while I'm trying to balance this along with work and my personal life, I am going to be taking a little bit more time between episodes. Also, if you need more podcasts to fill in that void because time is a strange creature, then by all means, we are going to be still sharing those promos for those other shows. And let me tell you, I have listened personally to every one of these shows that we are sharing. So give them a listen. They're a lot of fun. I absolutely love actual plays as a medium, and I am sure that you will fall in love with these stories just as I have. But let's dive into that review. So this one is from Casey Swenson. 5 stars. Amazing. Loved the entire first campaign. I binged it in about 3 weeks. Keep up the great storytelling and fun characters. I fell in love with the backgrounds of each one of the Chosen, and I've been recommending to my friends how also to play D&D and Pathfinder. I'll be starting the second campaign now. Keep up the great work and would love to join sometime if I'm able to. Thanks, Casey. We actually have a Discord that you can go ahead and check out, where we will post whenever we have available openings for guest spots or anything, like we're recording audio dramas like how we had that Haymore episode. So by all means, join our Discord, join in on the conversation. We'd love to have you around. All right, dear travelers, I've been rambling long enough. I stole Wing over Spotlight. I'm going to go ahead and slap this cursed radio. Let's listen to a promo.
We see an ending.
I'm not sure if I ever knew exactly what kind of tree it was. To me, it was just a castle.
Would you like to turn to page 21 to check out the dark doorway? Turn to page 16 to visit an old hedgehog.
Well, everyone deserves to tell their story. We can be your friends now.
Yeah.
And what about my blue jay? He's so full of seeds. You're gonna love him. He's just so full of seeds.
I love seeds.
Seeds are pretty great.
I guess at the end, I'd rather have my faith disappoint me than have me disappoint it.
With just kind of a scream, emit electricity into him with shocking grasp. You see something? And I'm gonna look up too.
The Hot as a Dungeon is a TTRPG podcast focused on loss, healing, mourning, and joy. You can find us on Spotify, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram.
Well, I had a lot of my time stolen from me, but do not worry, dear travellers. You will hear more from me, Wing over Gimble, famous gnome bad, the next episode. But let's not keep you in suspense. Let's dive back in and see what's going on in that gym. Once again, thank you for popping by the end of the 7 Dice, dear travellers. I bid you all adieu.
Coach Broshi goes and kind of like gives you all numbers for you all to keep in mind. And then if you all will roll me a d6.
4.
3.
3, 4, 5.
All right. He kind of starts grouping up all of you into your groups of 2. And Mauve, you are paired with the person that Coach Broshi was sparring with when you all first walked in.
Ooh.
So it seems like this is probably a student who's a regular there. Seems pretty nice. Very open to beginners. Probably hangs out here a good bit and is used to the routine and the way things kind of go. Guy, you are paired with someone who was already there, but they are a little less tolerable of the newbies. But they're all in good fun, right? They just kind of want to get through the class, get their session done. They seem like they're in a hurry, but they do enjoy the one-on-one sessions, so they're excited to have a little a fun time. And Fable, you are paired with one of the individuals who walked in right before class started. So you don't really have much of a baseline for them. It seems like they also might be newer, but you're not quite sure what their fighting looks like. You might have caught some glimpses at them while you were practicing your sparring as well with Guy and Mauve, but you were pretty focused on learning the techniques and the basics. So, all right. So everyone breaks off into their little groups of 2. So you're all around each other still. You're in the same general vicinity, but enough room from each other that you're not going to go whacking other people in the meantime. So same thing for this. If you'd like, you can use your brawl, your responses, your dodges, etc. as you practice with your partner. And feel free to chat while you are sparring with them, get to know them if you would like, and all that good stuff. So we will start with Mauve. So Mauve, this person walks up to you as kind of directed by Coach Broshi and goes, "Hey there, super cool to meet you. I heard you're like a fresh student here. I've been here for a good little bit, but I have a great time with the intro sparring lessons. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and you let me know what you're comfortable with, okay?"
Yeah, I was, I really hoping to learn a good chokehold.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess I could show you like a chokehold of sorts if you would like. That's usually for the advanced classes.
But, we'll just do like a small example.
Yes, I don't think my strength lies in impact. I think it's more in tactic, so...
Okay, yeah. But, hey, listen, anyone can find their strength and impact if they work hard enough at it. So maybe even a little bit of both while we're at it. We'll see.
I mean, if I have a weapon, that's impact right there.
Right, but you can't use weapons in MMA matches, so...
Oh, yes, I mean more on the streets of life.
Oh, okay, so you're like taking this like for self-defense purposes.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, and what's your name? I don't think I had caught it.
Yeah, it's Marvin.
Marvin?
Marvin.
Okay, I'm Serena.
What a beautiful name. That means the moon, right?
Yes, thank you. And they kind of like drop down into like a little squatting stance, and they're like, okay, so we can we'll start with some general jabs and punches, the stuff that we kind of went over at the beginning, and then maybe we could look into some cool little chokeholds if you want.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Yeah, do you want to be the offensive or defensive?
Whichever will give me the least bruises.
Ooh, they both will probably give you bruises, but I'd say offense is the better bet, so you're not taking blows. But you are wearing some, protective gear, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, but you know how that thing goes where, when you beat somebody with a what is it? Oh, yes, you put a blanket over them, and then you beat them with the stick, and you still have bruises. It's just the sounds are muffled. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now with this padding.
She kind of scrunches her face a little bit. She's like, I've never been in that type of situation, but it sounds thrilling. So, hopefully this will help you better keep those types of situations from happening. Yeah. Cool.
Great.
And so she'll take defense rather, and she'll give you the offense kind of role in your sparring. And she's like, feel free to throw a jab at me, show me what you got, and if you want to roll me a brawl.
Okay. It's gonna be bad. I got 63. That's a failure.
But do you actually try to punch this time?
Well, I was actually paying attention to the class. I don't want to waste my time showing up to a class and not learning a single thing. So yes, I do actually attempt to punch properly this time.
Yeah. So I think you do punch, and it makes contact, but your form is not on par with the form that you're taught. So I think she just kind of goes, may I?
Sure.
And so she takes your hand and kind of folds your fist and then straightens out your wrist, and then takes it and kind of aims it at herself.
Okay. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like that, okay?
Okay.
You nice and firm. You don't want your wrist wobbling, then you risk, hurting something. And then if you keep your fist tight, you can connect real good.
Okay, so when I push the fist, so I'm fisting forward, yes?
Punching forward.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. What about my knuckles? I'm worried I'm gonna hurt my knuckles. I mean, they are pretty delicate.
Your knuckles are very hard, though, to other people. So you'll be good. You'll be great.
Okay, because I cannot risk hurting these instruments. I paint with them, I create arts, and I just cannot risk damaging them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we won't. We'll make sure that we'll be careful. So after this, I'll let you throw a few more jabs, and then we'll move on to maybe some grapples. I think we've still got a little bit of time left in class.
Right. Yes. Less talking, more punching. Yes.
And we move over to Guy,
who is with another seemingly, maybe not veteran like Serena is, but someone who frequents the classes at the very least. They seem to carry themselves like they think they're pretty cool. They're a cool guy. And they kind of trot over to you with the kind of like puffed out chest type of dealio. But they're trying not to be too intimidating, because I think how they perceive you is like you told Coach Broshi as an older gentleman who's here to learn some MMA fighting. So he's not going to be too gruff with you. And he walks up to you and he's like, hey, so I guess we're sparring partners. I heard you're new to this class, so you know if you want me to go easy on you, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Go easy. I'm just learning, and you know I don't want to break your legs.
Break my legs? Do you see these things? I don't skip.
Well, I mean, I don't want anyone to get hurt. Is what I mean. That's what I meant to say.
Right. I don't skip leg day. Okay, you ain't got to worry about these bad boys.
I'm not particularly, but yes, okay. No one gets hurt. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Do you have a preference? Offense, defense, a little bit of both? You want us to just?
Well, I'm trying to learn to better defend myself without, you know, harming my opponent or myself. If that makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you wanna work on defense today? I got you. And he's doing the over exaggerated like bouncing up and down. You know, like. It's like, all right. So I guess I'll just, you know, I'll throw a few punches and defend, dodge, do what you got to do, and I'll go easy on you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great. And I think he's gonna go at you with just like a general punch at first, kind of testing the waters. A few punches, few hits towards the chest area, I would say.
Cool. So I think initially Kai is going to honestly attempt to dodge. Just straight up attempt to dodge with a dodge of 25.
Perfect.
54. So it's immediately a big fail to start the first one.
He did not do too well either. He's talking a big game, and the people in the class recognize him, but the idea you get is that people are annoyed by him. They recognize him because they can't not recognize him. And he throws a few punches. The form is a little bit off on a few of them. Lands some blows on the sparring, you know, chess piece. Nothing too heavy, anything like that. It's like, all right. You're just gonna stand there and take the punches, or?
Yeah. I suppose I am. You know, I did try to dodge. I'm not as fast as I used to be.
That's fair.
So yeah, we'll go again, I reckon.
Yeah, let's do it. You got this. He's actually being encouraging now.
It's probably quite satisfying to see Guy get punched by this guy. He's completely failing to dodge. Like looks like he's about to, and then just gets hit. And then looks like he's about to dodge again, just gets hit.
Oh no!
Knocked the cigarette out of his mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good form, probably.
He's showing signs of frustration after a while. The guy will be.
And I think that after a bit, Guy does kind of get the hang of it and is able to dodge a bit better after going a few rounds, maybe purely out of spite or maybe due to practice. You're not really sure at this point, but it's working. The practice is working. And we move to Fable, whose sparring partner is a bit of an enigma. It seems like they are also a brand new student to the class, because when Coach Broshi was kind of introducing everyone, he would go over the names he knew pretty quickly and be like, oh yeah, this is a longtime student, yada yada yada. And this was one of the newer students as well. They're relatively quiet. They're wearing like a snapback and like the cut off muscle tee, probably like some joggers and that kind of get up. But they're really quiet. They're like, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Billy.
What's up? That's funny, because my name is Bob, but you know, that might get confusing, so
Billy
actually
Bob.
you should just call me... never mind. Call me Bob. That's pretty good.
You both are newer at this, so instead of kind of like leading the conversation with, what do you want to do? Do you want defense or offense? Billy just kind of starts, all right, so we punching, we dodging, we kicking, what's up?
I'm brand new, so have you been to one of these before? Like at all?
A very long time ago. I did martial arts as a kid, but not really anymore.
Crap. Okay. Well, I mean, we could just hit each other randomly, or we could call over Coach Bro and see what the coach has to say, or we could just like hit each other wildly. Dealer's choice, I guess.
Yeah. And Billy is like, no. He already told to help me out a bunch at the beginning. We can do this. We got this. Okay. So there's defense and there's offense typically. You know, that's
all right.
Do you?
What you want, champ?
I'm good with either. Do you have a preference? I'm just here to learn in general, you know?
Let me look at my stats real quick. They are the same. So, yeah, I mean, offense?
Okay, bet. So I'll be defense.
Okie dokie.
He, like, hits the middle of his chest. It's like, all right, let's go.
Okay. My brawl is a 49, and I rolled a 49.
I'm going to say it works because you all are sparring.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Does Billy have, like, chest padding on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of chest padding.
Fable just, draws back a punch in the position they were taught, and then pushes forward.
Nice.
Doing the thing where they kind of, like, tilt their body with it to put extra force.
And your form has also improved after doing some practice rounds and such. And Billy just barely does not dodge in time. So your punch makes contact as Billy's trying to kind of sidestep and dodge away from your hit. And unfortunately, he does not dodge quite quick enough. So they do. You catch him on the edge of kind of, I would say, like where his obliques are. He's like, crap, I gotta be quicker than that. Okay.
Yeah, I did it. Okay. Hey, first successful punch ever. Okay,
Your first successful punch ever?
Ever? Pretty sure.
Wow.
Let me think back to my traumatic yesterday.
My traumatic yesterday.
I don't think I punched yesterday. I had a bad time yesterday.
That's
why I'm here.
That's why you're here. Makes sense. Well, no worries. We'll keep practicing a little bit, and yeah, we'll both get better, right?
Nice. Yeah. All right. You want to take a crack at it?
Yeah, let's go. All right. And Billy's gonna attempt to throw a punch at you as well. Billy takes a little swing at you. How did your dodge roll go?
I rolled a 31 and my dodge is 50.
Nice. Okay. I think you actually have the higher one. So Billy does a really good punch, actually. You get the idea that some of the muscle memory is still there from the martial arts you did as a kid. So his form is great. There's like a decent amount of force behind it, but not too much because you are sparring. He doesn't want to hurt you. But you managed to dodge really, really well, actually, in comparison. And though the punch flies through the hair at a, good form and with a straight intent towards it, you dodge before he even gets near you. Almost like there's a spring to your step. You actually are like, wow, whoa, okay. That just happened.
Nice. Okay. I'm glad that didn't hit me because that looked like a good punch.
Thanks. Hey, that's okay. That's all right. I think things are gonna wrap up soon, though. But I think we've still got just a little bit of time. And if you all would roll me a spot hidden.
Ooh. Oh, God. Why would you do this? Wouldn't be Call of Cthulhu without it.
Another fail for Guy today. That's 74 on a 65 check.
Oh, no.
That's a fail. 75 out of 40.
That's a fail. Where is it? 93 out of the 35 I need.
Oh, no.
If
Yours is
you
about
don't
a fumble.
spot what's hidden.
All right. So, as you all are sparring amongst one another, Mauve, you are starting to persuade Serena to actually show you a little bit of grappling mechanics. So you do get a little bit of that in during your sparring session. Guy, you're having a grand old time. You're getting better at dodging. Not as many of the blows are hitting from your sparring partner. And Fable, you and Billy are kind of on equal footing, but you are doing really well with your dodges and punches as well. And all of a sudden, there's still sunlight creeping in through the windows from, the windows are tinted, so it's not too bad, but there are curtains kind of hanging around as well to kind of block out a lot of the light, and they usually just keep the warmer lights on above you all. The lights go out, and everyone's like, yo, what the heck? And you hear a little bit of like shuffling around. People are staying still initially, but then think, okay, maybe we should move and try to go find the light switch or figure out what's happening. And Serena says, hey, I'll be right back, Marvin. I'm gonna go over to the light switch and try to flick the lights back on and see what's going on. I think someone might have like bumped the lights by accident, so that way we can, finish up class and get out of here.
Wait, question. Is it pitch black or is there still some light?
There's some light, but it is relatively hard to see because your eyes haven't quite adjusted yet.
Yeah, okay. Do you need like a buddy? I mean, it's kind of hard to see right now.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you wanna come along, feel free.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Yeah, for sure. Guy, your sparring partner is like, class is almost over. This is... of course something like this would happen. We could just, open the blackout curtains, y'all, but that's fine. We go figure out the lights, I guess. And he's gonna go kind of run off. He's like, all right, I think you got it under wraps from here. You did a pretty good job, old man. Props to you.
Yeah, I'll get you next time.
Yeah, you definitely will. I mean, he shoots you some, like, finger guns.
Yeah, say that in the freaking dark.
Lights up his thumb lighter.
There you go.
To light up the area around himself.
Yeah, so you've got, like, a glow around you, and some, light is still seeping in a little bit through the blackout curtains. Your eyes will start to adjust soon. Fable, your sparring partner kind of just stands there. It's like, I was gonna ask you if this happens often, but I guess you wouldn't know, because you've never been here either, huh?
I've never been here. I was gonna ask you if this happens often. Do you think we should just probably shouldn't keep punching in the dark? It's probably not a good idea.
No, we could end up hurting each other real bad.
Yeah. Well, Fable takes out her, cell phone and, turns on the little cell phone flashlight.
And, Guy, your sparring partner just left, but really shortly thereafter, someone shuffles back in front of you. And you're not sure if it's another sparring partner or if yours came back. There is that light glow emanating from your thumb lighter, and your eyes are starting to adjust a little bit. So you can see a face. It looks like a person.
Who's that?
Just,
Mauve?
Huh?
Who are
No. I just wanted to keep sparring, and my sparring partner left.
Well, it's dark. We should stop. Mauve? Fable, you here?
Yeah, what's up?
Mauve, you're a little bit further away, but you can still hear Guy calling out, but you're calling from the kind of the front of the gym area because you're heading towards the light switch.
Be right back.
Well, be careful. Sorry, the guy leans towards the person in front of him, give to more light on their face. Who are you?
I'm a fighter. Who are you?
Does the guy recognize this person as one of the MMA folks?
No, you don't.
This deeply suspicious ass person.
And the person is smiling now,
no.
a really creepy smile.
You're here for a different reason, aren't you?
What would that be?
If Guy called out to Fable, Fable grabbed Billy by the front of the padding and started dragging him over.
Oh, we're going? Oh, okay. All right, we're going.
Yeah, my friend's an ass, but he sounds... Come on, let's go.
Why don't you tell me, or things get ugly?
I'm here to tell you that this plan will come to fruition, whether you like it or not.
What plan?
And the voice kind of warbles a little bit. Oh, that is for me to know. I'm sure you could figure it out. You all seem
plenty smart. Smart enough to, you know, sneak into places you shouldn't be and stick your nose in places they shouldn't.
So is there anything, now they're lit up mostly by my lighter, is there anything about them that that is like super recognizable or super like prominent that I could be aware of for the future? Is there something, do I recognize them at all? Or are they like strangely featureless?
They have like features of, just a normal person that you would see in the streets, but it's just that. They look like no one you've recognized in the MMA hall prior to the class starting, at least not that you realized when seeing people walking in or seeing the folks who were already in the room. And they're relatively plain, I guess you could say. You know, nothing in particular really stands out about them, but that kind of makes it all the more jarring.
You wanted to spar, you say? Just like everyone else.
Spy?
Spar? Fight?
Spar, yes.
Well then, let's get to it. And then Guy will punch.
Alright. If you want to go ahead and roll me a brawl.
It is a 74 out of 75, so it's just a success.
Just under, yep. Alright.
Punching in the dark by lighter light. Left-handed.
So metal.
I think this person in front of you is also going to try to punch instead of dodge in response after the fact. So you get a punch on this person in front of you, and they kind of grunt a little bit because they're actually not wearing any sparring equipment. Okay. Well, it's you all are so silly with your hope and your courage. Good to know that you feel you need to prepare for that you are not even yet aware of. And kind of laughs off the punch.
Well, at least I know I can hurt you. Are you here alone?
For now.
And then Guy will just sort of like shout out, "We're not alone here, we're in danger."
Oh god. And I think the shuffling gets much worse. So a lot of the students kind of had stayed in place, but Coach Broshi has just headed towards the curtains at this point and started opening up the blackout curtains around the gym. Are you doing anything to keep this person in front of you, or are you just trying to alert everyone?
Priority alert people, but I'm keeping them in the light of lighter. If they seem to like try to get away in any sort of way, I will tackle them if need be.
So I think with all the shuffling, people are kind of trying to head into the general direction where the curtains are and assist in opening up the curtains, but eyes are still adjusting. So some folks are bumping into you, some folks are bumping into this person next to you. People are bumping into one another, so you hear like, oops, sorry, kind of throughout the room. And Fable and Billy have made it in your general direction. But as these people are bumping into you, the person in front of you is going to take this opportunity while things are a little hectic to try to slip away.
Cool. If I notice that, I attempt to bring them down to the ground, tackle them down.
Give me a fighting maneuver. Explain how you try to stop the fella.
Cool. So this person, as I've just punched them, they seem to like just not take no feeling from that and continue to stare at me weirdly and then try to slip away. And as I see Fable and Billy approach, and I can't see Mauve right now because Mauve has no light. Right, they went without a light. Guy will just leap and try and like tackle the midsection of the person, same as they did in the museum for the guards there, and just try and like bring them to the ground and get on top if possible.
And this person in front of you kind of looks at you out of the corner of their eye as they're trying to slip away. They're kind of just leisurely trying to slip in and out of the people around them and using that opportunity. So they do see you dive at them, and they turn around, and they're wearing kind of just like an overshawl, right? Like a sweater shirt almost. And they slip it off as you go to grab at them. And you grab their sweater instead. And they start bobbing and weaving in between people and slip away.
Probably worth noting the lighter would probably go out at that point. If I tried to grab person, the light goes out, and now it's only lit by Fable.
I think Fable collides with you
Oh yeah, because you are kind of outstretching forward at this point, and Fable is about in your proximity.
Guy? You smell like Guy.
That's me. You see them? They're there. They're someone who wasn't supposed to be here. Wasn't here before.
Fable flicks their phone flashlight around.
And most of the curtains are opening up at this point, so you can kind of scan the room and look around for the person you saw.
Where are you? Where are you? Mauve, where are you?
Hey.
You safe?
Mauve's already gone by this point, right? Or...
You're by the front. You've tried to flick on the light switch, and the lights turn on as you hear Guy calling out for you.
Okay, well, I look towards... Well, now there's decent amount of light, I'm guessing, and I can see them from far. Mm-hmm. Okay, I make my way. I'll say to Serena, sorry, excuse me, my friend is freaking out. I'll leave.
If Guy's voice is escalating and stuff, I think Fable will put a hand on either shoulder and say, "Hey, it's okay. It's all right. We shouldn't yell here, but yeah, it's all right.
They were here.
I believe you, but shouldn't scare everybody here. Yeah."
Okay. And is Guy still holding the sweater, the shirt?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the sweater is tangible. Seems real enough.
Is there anything about it? What color is it? I think I'll first ask.
It is just solid black.
Any yellow in there?
Not that you see.
Well, Mauve is close now and says, I thought we were using fake names. Stop yelling Mauve in the gym.
You're right. It seems like they already know we're here.
What? What?
Cool.
Who was here?
He shows the sweater to them, and it says, whoever this belonged to, they took a punch better than anyone I've ever met, and they told us to stop what we've got planned, and that their plan will come to fruition. Whatever it is, they refuse to talk anymore.
We don't have shit planned. Our whole plan is don't die.
That is a very good plan.
I like it.
And Guy, as you're holding up this sweater and explaining what you just saw, we will take our break there.
Very spooky of you, Michaela.
Spooky hoodie.
Spooky. Very spooky.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, such as hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is pay what you want and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear travelers, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.